So in this video, we're going to use our ideas about opposites and equivalence, how we can write expressions to help us think about starting to solve equations. So our first step is going to be, in order to figure out what v is, we're going to add the opposite of 127 to both sides. So if I put negative 127 on this side, to keep the equivalence, I have to put negative 127, I have to add that to the other side. This gives me 0, so 0 plus v is just going to be v. And over here, negative 127 and 273, that simplifies to 146. Okay? So our answer to this would be v should be the same as 146. Here's a different situation. I have 6 times some number gives me 432. Okay? So the way we're going to resolve this is we're going to think about I have 6 times some number gives me 432. 432 has to be 6 times some number. So to try to figure out what that number is, we're going to divide this by 6 and we're going to divide this by 6. Alright? And this gives me 1t, which is t, and over here, if I divide 432 by 6, I get 72. Okay? Questions about that? We're just taking it through these things. Alright, so in this segment, I have some number divided by 15 gives me 48. So I have to think about this number. One of the ways that I can think about the number is b is 48 times something, or if I'm going to divide it by 15 and get 48, that means b is 48 times 15. And so the way we're going to work with our equivalence here is we're going to take and we're going to multiply both sides by 15 to get to try to figure out what this answer is, because that seems what b should be. So just to start with, though, that makes 1, and 1 times b is b. So we're left with that, and then 48 times 15 is 720. Alright? Last one in this section. So I have 133 minus some number gives me 201. So the question is, what do I have to subtract from 133 to get 201? One of the ways that you can possibly do this is to try to figure out at least what r is. And this one's going to be a little more complicated. It's going to take us a couple of steps. But we're going to add a negative 133 to both sides. Okay? And so right here, this becomes 0. So 0 minus r is equal to negative 133 plus 201. That happens to be 68. So 0 minus r is just opposite r is equal to 68. The way we're going to think about this, well, if the opposite of r is equal to 68, then r must be negative 68, because it's the opposite of whatever that is on the other side. Those are some techniques that will help you solve, at least start solving different equations.